All right, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the spiritual war room. We're going to do some anonymous therapy. So these readings are for people who feel like they need to talk to someone, but they feel like they can't be honest, so they don't open up, right? So in this video, we're going to look into the situation that they want to talk about. We're going to look into their worries or concerns. We're going to get you some final advice and support, and then a final message. Okay, guys? Before we jump into this, don't forget to show me some love. Like, share, subscribe. Remember, guys, sending me good energy means you're going to get good energy back. And likes and shares are free. All right, guys? Again, these are anonymous therapy readings, so I don't expect anyone to really comment, but here they are, okay? So we're going to do a pick a pile, pile 1, pile 2. I will put the timestamps down below in the description box, all right, guys? So pick your pile, and I will see you guys at your readings. All right, pile number 1, this is your reading. We are going to look into what the situation that you want to talk about, okay? Anonymous therapy. A lot of times we don't even open up in therapy, right, guys? It doesn't have to be anything bad, but it's just like sometimes we feel like it's ridiculous or we're ashamed or embarrassed, so we don't really open up. So these readings are to hopefully help you kind of work through that, okay? All right, so what is the situation that pile 1 wants to talk about? Okay. We have the Empress, the Ace of Scoops. Okay, this could be a child and a mother issue. I don't want to say what I'm getting, but it could be like a sexual abuse by a mother of their child. This is something that was done, like, people on the outside, everybody thinks that it was like this happy family, but this is something that was very, very hidden. Okay. The reason you don't really want to talk about it is like, that if you were to talk about this openly, like, it's gonna have like serious implications. I don't know, because like something about the mother, like maybe the mother is well known in the community. You don't want to be the one to like do this, to speak out on this. You don't want to be the one to do it. What's man, what's gonna come if you speak about this. So you don't want to be the one to open that can of worms. So that could be your worry or concerns about talking about this. The World. This mother was supposed to guide you. This mother was supposed to support you. This mother didn't do it. This mother was toxic to you. So that's the situation that you want to talk about, but you're not opening up about this. So why, the worries, the concerns are because of what's going to come of it. You just keep, keep it moving. Like, but it's building up a lot of anger and resentment. You are like becoming angry and bitter at the world because you're keeping all this inside to a point where it can become violent. We have the High Priestess. Keeping these secrets could make you become angry, needing to speak about these and not like keeping it all balled up and hidden away is important. You have to be able to speak about this. It was a betrayal, man. It was a betrayal by somebody who was entrusted to take care of you and protect you. This person brought chaos and just insecurities in your life. This was a big betrayal. This is a betrayal by somebody who was entrusted to take care of you, to nurture you, to protect you. And this person didn't. And you could be angry because you could feel like maybe there was something that was brought up and the authorities didn't do anything about it. So you have issues with people in these positions of authority because you feel like what good do they really do? They don't really do shit. Like they are so easily fooled by a nice image, that parents put on, but behind the scenes they don't realize what's really going on with this. So your anger and resentment is directed at like mother figures. It's beginning to develop into like issues with mother figures and people with positions of authority that are supposed to help protect children. Your mother was supposed, your parents are supposed to be the first line of protection, right? If they do not protect you, it's the authorities, these institutions like Child Protective Services, it's their responsibility they're like the second line, because you just felt like you were let down by multiple people. First your family, then the authorities, and rather than like really speak on it, you just like keep it all hidden away. And that's beginning to create a lot of anger and resentment. So that's something that you have to be aware of, okay? It's true. Sometimes these people aren't trained in the proper way to identify these things, and they can be easily fooled by the things, by a nice house, nice clothes, well-spoken people. They can be fooled, okay? So what is your advice? What does Spirit have for you as far as advice and how you can start to help move forward? We have embrace your inner child. One of the things that I think is important is to be the person that you needed, okay? Not just for others, but for yourself, okay? You didn't have people around you who would speak up for you, who would protect you in the way that you needed. So now as you get older, you have to be that voice for yourself. Embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. It's like healing your inner child. So this is important for you to get some trauma therapy, some childhood trauma therapy. If you don't want to speak to anyone, Patrick Tehan on Facebook, on YouTube and Instagram, you might want to follow him because sometimes it's just someone else's words of advice or perspective might help you put your own life into perspective. And I do believe he's a childhood trauma therapist, so maybe follow him, but really nurture your inner child, who you needed to be, who you needed as a child, that you can still help yourself heal, okay? Then we have divine guidance, the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Again, follow and get the help from people that you respect, people that can help put you on the right path. You know, a lot of anger and resentment keeps us from being able to see our true purpose. You have a purpose in life. You could actually be somebody who protects these children because you've been through it yourself. You know what it looks like. You know how to handle a situation. You would know how to approach a situation and deal with the situation because you've been in that situation before. So it's like, what would you do? What did you need when you were a child? Which flags did people fail to see? You'll be able to see them. So a search for meaning in life, it's like you got to be that person. You know that saying, you got to be the change that you wish to see in the world? I mean, you have to be that person. So surround yourself with people who are going to help you heal and get your mind, help you get your mind right. So you're not consumed with anger and bitterness and resentment, like fuck the world kind of mentality, because that can turn, dangerous. It really can. You're like, fuck, it, it really can. I'm just like, man. So you really need to surround yourself with people who will speak life back into you, okay? And healing that inner child. That's the advice that Spirit has for you. Let's get a final message for you. Final message. Final message. What do you need to know? Whoa. Okay, it's about healing issues with your mother, the things that your mother did to you. Healing your healing the wounds that your mother created in your life. While to the world, it seemed like this was a beautiful family. It was, everything was all good. You have to, accept the reality of yourself and stop trying to hide that image. If your healing brings a tower to your mother's image, that's judgment, for the harm that she caused to you. You need to heal and walk away from keeping other people's secrets, right? Keeping other people's secrets is causing you a lot of stress, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger, and it's keeping you from starting, having a happy, passionate, fulfilling life. So you need to end the illusions, okay? Even if your community gets upset, even if your community says, how dare you, your mother did all this for you, that's because these people, are fooled. You're the image that your mother's trying to portray to the world, that she's so great and wonderful. No, that's she might have other people fooled, but you know the truth, okay? And it's important for you to acknowledge that and allow yourself to speak on it. And honestly, fuck what other people feel about it. If that's your truth, you need to speak on it, okay? You might be worried about the conflict that it might bring to the people, your community, your friends, your family, but honestly, that's what's keeping this person secret, is what's keeping you stuck and unable to move forward to find a happier, more meaningful life, okay? So you might want to start with speaking to a therapist, and they can help you make a game plan on how to kind of address this issue, okay? Because you don't want to be out there just telling everybody. There has to be a plan, a healthy, safe plan of you to speaking your truth, okay? So maybe that's something that you can work on with a therapist. All right, guys? That's what I have for you, Pile 1. I hope this reading helped you in any way that it was supposed to. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. All right, pile number 2, this is your reading. We are going to look into what is the situation that you want to talk about. We're also going to look into your worries and concerns. We're going to get you some advice, and then we'll get you a final message. Okay, guys? Anonymous therapy, obviously. You don't have to comment. You don't have to say anything. This is just for you to help you kind of, recenter yourself to, if you're in a tough situation. The situation that you want to talk about, some deception that went on. It could have been, the truth. Okay. It's about surrounding an ending with the Four of Swords. I'm almost getting... There was a conflict that took place, and somebody could have lost their life. I haven't seen the death yet, so... But somebody could have gotten hurt. Or it could even be some truth about a conflict, something that was buried. It could even be a truth that was buried. It does... Okay. Let's see. Okay. The situation that you want to talk about, but deception about the truth, something that was buried a long time ago, a conflict that you were involved with or involved in that caused, shook up a lot of another person's foundation. It could be a relationship that you could have been meddling in someone's relationship, and that your involvement caused a lot of disruption in another person's life. You wanted to bury this truth. You did not want this truth to come out about your partnership. The way she's holding her belly, it's almost like she got pregnant. You could have gotten pregnant by another person that was who you were meddling in a relationship, got pregnant by that person, and now you're stuck, trapped in your head because you don't know how to... You want to take that to the grave, but you can't. It's almost like... You want to take this to the grave. You don't want people to see this deception. But in keeping these secrets, it keeps you trapped. You can't really live a happy, fulfilling life keeping secrets. Okay. This was a lover. This is a child. And maybe you could have been exposed. Judgment is being called on you right now. Everything that you try to get away with, judgment is being called. It was exposed. And you don't know how to get out of this situation. You want to make peace, but in order to make peace, you have to admit to your wrongdoings. That's what it is. The situation you want to talk about, but you really your worry and concerns is to make this right, you have to admit your wrongdoings. And you don't want to do that. You're really hiding. You want to hide. You don't want to talk about it. So that's the situation that you want to discuss, but you don't want to discuss. It's yeah, okay. So let's look into your worries and concerns. What are you most worried about? Like if you know, because again, if you want to make things right, you have to address the things that you did wrong, right? So let's look into your worries and concerns. Oh, no, I'm not taking all those. That's too many. You're worried that somebody will, like, leave you behind. Your worries and concerns, like, if I don't speak on the truth, I'm going to be trapped in my head. If I do speak on the truth, somebody's going to move away from me and they're not going to want anything to do with me. That's your concern. Like, how do I get out of this situation? Because if somebody moves away from you, you feel like it's going to bring your whole world coming down if somebody knows the truth of your deception. So you'd rather, you know, keep your secret and walk away. Keep it hidden. But that's bringing a lot of depression. It's like keeping you stuck. I'm getting it's like bringing health issues as well, where you can't get better, but you're not getting worse. You're just kind of like stuck. And it's because you don't want to admit what you've done. So this could actually be bringing in a lot of health concerns, okay? So that's something that you have to be aware of. Even if this person moves away from you because they're like, oh, that's who you are, at least it's going to release a lot of energy that's in your body. So if you're having health issues to a point where you're not getting better, you're not getting worse, you're just kind of stuck. And things, like you said, like I said, things aren't getting worse, but things aren't really improving either. It's going to release that energy. If even, like I said, even if you speak the truth and this person moves away from you, it's okay, because it's going to release a lot of energy and you're actually going to be doing better, in your, health-wise, okay? It's not healthy to keep secrets. It's really bad for your health, okay? So your worries and concerns is like, this person's going to move away from me, or I'm trapped with this secret. Okay, let's look at the outcome, okay? Let's look at the outcomes for you. Okay, you're going to be able to move forward if you just speak the truth, If you don't speak anything, you're going to be stuck in this devilish energy, very unhealthy, very toxic energy, and it's going to really affect your health, okay? Here, you're putting in the work. It might suck. It might be worrisome. But, even if this person moves away, you're going to be able to move forward, okay? That's what you need to know. Keeping the secret, this is the energy you're going to stay in. Speaking on this, you're going to still be, even if it's, stressful and it worries you, you're still going to be able to move forward, okay? Because you have relieved yourself of, like, the bad things that are on your conscience. It could have to do with the child, You feel foolish. You feel foolish about doing this, and you always thought, like, I'm just gonna bury this secret and I can live happily ever after. Nobody's ever gonna know that I partnered up with this person's partner and I got pregnant by them. I can just sneak away. But you hiding that is not good for your health. Judgment's getting called regardless. Judgment will be called, and judgment doesn't always have to be like harsh and terrible, okay? It's just sometimes what judgment can also represent is clarity. Okay, you might not want people to know the truth of what you've done, but at least you have it out of your way, out of your, it's not stressing you out anymore, and you can move forward, be better. Yes, I've done some fuck shit in the past, but I'm doing my very best to be better, okay? And that's what you need to focus on. Moving away from the sneaky shit that you've done in the past and move in a different direction to be better. You have clarity now. Stop trying to hide from the things that you try to bury, okay? Because everything always comes to light, you know? It's just, you want it to come out in your, like, on your terms, okay? So, you might want to start figuring out a way to address this issue, because it will come out. You want it to be more on your terms. Like, you want to take control of the situation, okay? And just mentally and emotionally prepare yourself for, the things that you've been trying to hide. And I'm getting, like, a lot of shame. You're hiding the shame that you feel for what you've done, because you don't want people to really see what you've done, because you're so ashamed of it. But keeping this secret is really, and trying to bury it without really dealing with it, is what's keeping you from being able to move forward, okay? Yeah. So let's get your advice. What message does Spirit have for you as far as dealing with this situation, okay? What is your advice? What is your advice? We have 10 of Ariel in the world. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. So that's great, Like I said, sometimes not holding on to these secrets and allowing people, even if it brings us shame, eventually that shame will go away, okay? Because you are on a healing journey. We all do fucked up shit. We have all done our dirt, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of, especially when you're working towards becoming healthier and better, okay? We've all done foul shit. I don't care who says, nah, I've never done anything like this. Yes, you have. A lot of people hide what they've done. So you're not alone in this, okay? A very happy ending, coming full circle, allowing that shit to go away. Spiritual growth and insight, allowing yourself to release that shame, that regret, those feelings, is going to allow you to let go of this bad toxic cycle and move towards a healthier cycle. 10 of Ariel, there's so much to be grateful for. Financial success and promise of retirement, rich and rewarding family life. So, yeah, Spirit wants you to be grateful. Be grateful. There's really nothing to fear. Rich and rewarding family life. You're going to be happy in your family life. You're going to be happy. You're going to be free to create a happy family unit. You're going to be free to work and create abundance for yourself. This is good energy. This is your advice. Like, allow yourself to let go of the shame and the regret from the past, and allow yourself to be happier and live a healthier life, okay? You've made mistakes, sure. But once you admit it and say, regardless of what people say, if they're talking shit on you and, oh, you're this, you're that, say, you know what? I have made mistakes, but I am working and doing my best to be a better version of myself. I am no longer that person. So allowing yourself to move forward is going to be bringing you a lot of success, okay? Let this shit end. Let this shit go. There's no reason for you to be holding on to this, okay? Let's get your final message. Okay. This is you're worried about, like, you're really worried about people finding out about some of the devilish things you have done. You could have done this. You could have been messing around with people in your family's partner, okay? Yes, you might have gotten caught up like this, and you don't know how that's going to affect your stability, your family life, okay? Spirit wants you to know, your final message is that this person already knows of your betrayal. If you think that they don't know, they know. They know. Okay? It's not something that this person is in their emotions about. I think if you're feeling like this is a very emotional, turbulent situation, I think it's coming more from you out of shame and regret. But yeah, this person already has clarity. This person already knows what you've done, and yeah, I think they already know. So your final message. Okay. So you're really worried about people finding out, but this person that you betrayed already knows. Okay. That's why, yeah, that's why Spirit says to let it go, because all you're doing is keeping yourself trapped. This person has already moved away from this person who betrayed them, and it was their partner, okay? This person has, is going to have victory in their own life. So don't allow this past to block you, because the person that you betrayed they're already moved on. They're already moving on. So they're not gonna be like, how dare you? You're keeping yourself stuck in your own head. This person has wisdom. Why this played out the way it played out. There's no need to stay stuck. Okay, you need to focus on working on yourself and being better for yourself and moving forward. Okay, and being working on like yourself, like self-love, because that's really what needs to happen in your life before you accept or make any romantic connections. You really have to work on yourself. Okay, so don't worry about this other person. This is your final message. Don't worry about this other person. This other person has already moved on from this. They're not holding on to regret. They're not holding on to some vindictive. I'm get back. I'm gonna get you back. No, this person doesn't care. Okay, this person knows why this played out the way it played out, and they're not. I don't think they're holding this against you. If anything, I think this person wants you to do better for yourself. Final message for pile number 2. Don't excuse me. Don't continue to invest energy in this toxic fear. Okay, because that's what it is. It's a toxic fear that you have. This fear is like of the devil. Don't pay it anymore. Don't give it any energy, okay? Because it's not gonna do any good for you. It's not gonna grow anything. It's not gonna help you be better. Allow yourself to let this go, okay? And love on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be loving towards yourself. Okay, and focus on the life that you do want in your to create. Okay, don't look at the past. Don't look at the past. Okay, focus on what it is, where you want to be, the type of person you want to be. I want to be better. I want to be more nurturing and loving. That's what you need to work on. Okay, don't focus on the things of the past, because that is keeping you tied to the devil, and that's not allowing you to grow or to flourish or to improve your health. Okay, so don't focus on this. Focus on what you wish to create in your life. Okay, that's what I have for you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.